to show you how to upload leads and contacts into Scalability, and then how to manage the day-to-day with tasks and tracking so you know what to do and how to kind of work those leads all from inside of the contacts inside of your Scalability account. So let's jump right in. As we log into a demo account here in Scalability, you'll see your dashboard first thing. We're going to click on contacts here on the left, and this is a demo account, so these are all fake people, just so everybody knows. But when you go into your contacts, no matter where your contacts come from, a website or you manually put them in here, they're all going to end up in your contacts tab here in this left side menu. And so I like to explain it as if I took a bucket and threw 100 nickels in the bucket, 100 quarters in the bucket, 100 dimes in the bucket, and shook it up, that's what your contacts are here. This contacts tab on the left, all of your contacts are going to get dropped into this one bucket. And the way we separate those out and track where they came from is by using tags. So if I threw the 100 quarters into the bucket, but I tagged them all quarters when I threw them in, and then I threw 100 nickels in and I tagged them all nickels, then I would be able to go and search for all the quarters, and it would pull all the quarters to the top of the bucket so I could just see those. So here, if you see, we have a few contacts in here. And like I said, these are fake contacts. And over here on the right, you can see tags. Now we have cash buyer, wholesaler, VIP buyer. These are just some examples of tags. This is a real estate snapshot that we use for demo. So if I wanted to send one text message to everybody who's got the wholesaler tag or find all the wholesalers that I have inside this list, I could go to the quick search right here, search the tag wholesaler, and it will only bring up the contacts that have this tag wholesaler. So that's how we pull the contacts out of a list. Whether you have 100, 1,000, or 10,000 contacts, if you tag them when you enter them into the system, it will allow you to quick search for whatever the tag is and bring up just the people with those tags. So if you're running a live event or doing a demo and you are out at a physical location, a trade show or something like that, and you've set up a table to collect leads, if you are manually getting people's name, phone number, and email, you can open up Scalability and go right here to this plus, right here towards kind of this top left corner. Click on plus, and you can add the contact. So let's go ahead and I'll put one in here for an example. And we'll just use a phone number. So name, email, phone number, and then you're going to add the contact. You can choose a time zone for them if you want right here, or you can add it once you're inside. But if we just do name, phone number, email, add the contact, it's going to immediately pull up their contact card like this. And you'll notice here on the left, you'll see all their information. Name, phone number, email, date of birth, contact source. Contact source, if you're doing this public event, then you could put this is where the lead came from. Trade show. If it came from a specific event, you could name the event and the date. If it came from a website or from a referral, you could put the person's name in there. This is how you're going to know where they came from. Okay. If we scroll down, there's other things you can put in here, general information, and then you'll see tags at the bottom. If I'm entering this person in manually, one at a time, then I can come down here and I can add a wholesaler tag. Now, if I wanted to add a tag like trade show is not already in here. As I start to type it, it doesn't bring up a tag that I can choose from, but it gives me a plus sign where I can add the tag trade show. So when I click on that, it's going to now, I added the wholesaler from the list and I added trade show tag. So now it's added that tag. And from now on, when I go in there, I'll be able to add those tags a lot easier to each person. Now, if you are going to upload a list of contacts, when you import the list, if I go back here to the contacts, you're going to come to the contacts, go right up here across the top, and you'll see this export import contacts. If we click import contacts, it will allow you to upload an Excel spreadsheet of all the contacts you want to put in here. So let's say I have a list for real estate or something, and I pulled a list of motivated sellers in such a zip code. I could upload them and I could put motivated seller and the zip code of where they came from, or the city or the state or whatever. You can attach a tag to an entire list when you import the list. So when you import the entire list, make sure you're tagging them with where they came from, or who they are and the tag that you'll want to search them by later. If you're putting them in one at a time, Then you'll add them, name, phone number, email, and then you'll have to come into their profile, scroll down here towards the bottom where it says tags, and you manually put the tags on each contact. Okay, that is the first step of making sure that you're able to quickly search inside your contacts and know this is how I got my contacts in here, this is where they came from, and here's the tags for them so that you know how to search them. If I come back to my contacts here, and let's say I have 10,000 of these in here, and I want to pull up everybody that I met at this live event trade show, then I just go to the search bar here in the top right, type in the trade show name, whatever the tag is, and it will pull everybody out of those 10,000 people, and it will bring up all of them right here at once. Now, when we are working leads, I like to tell people I like to keep it simple. How are we going to manage the leads from day to day and make this actually work in our lives, right? Because if not, it's like, okay, well, they're there. Now what do I do with them? So the first thing I tell people to do is always when you log into your dashboard in Scalability, scroll down and check your tasks. Because if everybody contacts somebody, updates the notes on the contact profile, and then sets a task for the next thing that needs to be done, is the easiest way for a team to work together on following up with people in the simplest way, okay? So let's go to all of our contacts right here. If I am working my own business, solopreneur, or if I have a team, either way, I'm going to work it this way, and I'm going to teach my team to work it this way. When you come in and you add a lead, like I just added this one, Aaron Jennings, right? If I come in here, I've added this lead. On this right side here, you'll see tasks at the top and notes. If I click on notes, I can click add a note, and I can type whatever I want on what my interaction was with this person and everything else, right? When I click save, I have added this note, and Scalability is going to timestamp it with the date and time and the user, Aaron Jennings, who is logged into the Scalability account. So anybody on your team updates the notes on a contact, it will put their name and the date and time that they added that note. This is super important because you want your team to come into the contacts, send a text, send an email, phone call, a Zoom message, a personal touch where they met them at the grocery store, whatever it is. You want them to jump into the contact card, which is this whole thing right here, add a note, and add notes about what they talked about and everything else with this person. Then it will always show up here on the right side. So no matter who on your team checks this profile, they can click on the notes and see where they're at with this person. As soon as you get done updating the notes on this person's contact card, then immediately click on tasks at the top, click add, and I say follow up. I like to put the person's first name. So Aaron follow up in the description. He asked for a callback on Wednesday. And then right underneath it, I can assign it to anybody on the team. If you have team members or you are a team member on this account, this is a demo account, so I'm not even showing up in here. But if you have team members and yourself in your Scalability account, when you click assign to, click this drop down, it will have your name and your team members. So anybody on the team could update the notes and assign a task to anybody else on the team. So you select who you want to assign the task to, then click on the due date, and you can choose. He asked for a callback on next Wednesday. So I just click on the 21st, give it a time, check, and hit save. And now this is going to create a task to follow up that is logged on this person's contact profile so that anybody on the team that clicks on this person knows there's a task to follow up with them because he asked for a callback on Wednesday. Okay, so this is how you follow up with your leads. Now, if you make it a habit that every day when you come into Scalability to check on your business, you log in and you scroll down till you see the tasks. Right here, it will tell you what tasks are due and when. So this is due in 8 days. If they're past due, this will be red so that you notice it. Okay, if you make it a habit to log into Scalability each day, check your tasks, then you know exactly who you need to follow up with that day so that you're not running around going, who do I need to follow up with? Did I touch base with so-and-so? Confusion is what makes us feel like we're missing things. And when we feel like we're missing things is when we actually miss things. So in order to stay clear-minded where you can focus on growing your business instead of wondering what you're missing, leverage the contact profiles, add your contacts into the contact list, update the notes, and assign tasks for the next action that needs to be done. If you do this, you'll create a habit for yourself and train your team to do the same thing. When you log into Scalability, you're on your dashboard, scroll down so you see tasks, and you'll see here it's assigned to so-and-so, and they can search. Are these assigned to me? Are they assigned to somebody else? You can search by the due date. So each person on your team can see what's assigned to them and whether they need to do it today, yesterday, or tomorrow, or in 8 days. And this way, you're always moving forward on keeping up with your clients. Okay? This is the manual interaction that you will need to do to work your business from day to day. There is a manual element of working your business and following up with your leads to get sales and to close clients, etc. Okay, now if you wanted to create an automation where anybody who gets added to the system is going to automatically start getting a text every week or an email every week, those will actually be done. You will upload your contacts the same way, and you will add tags to them the same way to make sure that you're tracking your leads. But then in your automations folder on the left is where you'll actually create that automation. So before you can upload a list or one person and have it automatically send them an email every week, you have to build the automation for it. You have to write the emails for every week, and you have to set it up to where when you tag somebody a specific way, it's going to trigger that automation. So just to give you a quick look at what that looks like, you would come into automations, you would create a workflow in the top left, top right. Then we're just going to start from scratch. I'm going to keep this super simple just so you have an idea. If you want to make it to where every time you upload a lead or you upload a list, then an email starts going out every week to where they just get an email that just touches base, puts your name in front of them again, tells them a story, tells them about a product, whatever. A lot of people call it a soap opera sequence or a master marketing sequence or something like that. But essentially all it does is builds the know, like, and trust factor through email or through text messaging or whatever. And this is how you would do that. You would create your workflow and you would say add a trigger, which means when this thing happens, I want everything underneath this to happen. So I'm going to make this simple and call it a tag. You search for tag, click on contact tag, and then here we can click the filters and say tag added, and then we can create the tag. And let's say, let's just call it a master marketing. You see there's not a tag here for it, so I can click add a new tag. I can right here, I can say master marketing, add new tag. So now what we're saying is when I add a tag to a contact or a list of contacts that is master marketing, it will start everything underneath here. And so the next thing I'm going to do is say, click on this plus, and I'm going to say, I want an email to go out. Send an email. Now from here, I'm going to try and make this quick. From name is just from your name or from your account. From email, if we click on this little tag here off to the right, click on account, and then scroll down here, we can click on account email. This is going to take the location email address from your Scalability user profile. Okay, then we can write the subject, and right here you can write the email. Okay, obviously I'm not trying to make this like perfect. I'm trying to show you the steps so that you can go through and fill it in. If we click save action, now we've said that when I add the contact tag, so I showed you we added a single person, we scrolled down, added the tag, master marketing. It will automatically trigger this email to go out. Then we want it to wait 7 days and send another email, right? So if I come right in here, I click on this plus underneath, search for wait, it will bring up a wait step. And here I can just say a time delay. And I want it to wait for, let's say, 7 days. So just toggle that up to 7, select days, give it a title, save action. So now we've got, when I add the contact tag, master marketing, it's going to come down here and send an email to them. Then it's going to wait 7 days. And then I want it to send another email, wait 7 days, send another email, wait 7 days, right? So if you wanted to write 6 months of emails that would go out once a week, you would basically do this: create a trigger, write the email, wait 7 days, and then you would do an email 7 days, email 7 days. So what I do here is I click on these 3 dots, copy, and say copy all actions from here. And it'll ask you where you want to copy them. We'll say right underneath this one. Now I've got an email. It'll wait 7 days. It'll send an email. It'll wait 7 days. And you can just keep copying this. I can copy this, all actions from here down to here. And now I've got 1 email, 2, 3, 4 emails, and 4 7-day waits. Now on this, you just have to open up each one of these emails and make sure the name, the email it's coming from, write your subject, write your body. Then go to the next one. Write your subject, write the body. Okay? Then scroll down to the next one. Write your subject, write your body. You get the idea. This is how you set up an automated master marketing sequence to where when you add a tag to a contact, it's going to just send them an email once a week. If you wanted to do a text, you can just hit the plus and do the text, send SMS instead of an email, or both. So this right here would say the trigger, when I add the contact tag, it's going to send this email, then it's going to send the text, then it's going to wait 7 days, then it's going to send this email, then it's going to wait 7 days. You can build this out as complex as you want and write a year's worth of emails, or you can make it a 1 email, 1 text confirmation sequence. Then up top, you're going to top right corner, make sure it's published, click save. And now you have a workflow that will fire automatically when you add a contact and then tag them with that master marketing tag. So if you see here, none of these contacts have the master marketing tag. I could go back and say, I have all these contacts, but now I've created this master marketing email sequence and I want an email going out every week. So from now on, we want everybody to get that weekly email. I can come in here to the contacts, click this check, and it'll select all the contacts. If you have 1,000 or 10,000 or more than shows up here on this page, right next to it, it will say, it will give you the option right here. Do you want to select all of the contacts? And you can say yes. Then right above it, you can add a tag just by hovering over this. And now we can choose the master marketing and name it added master marketing tag. This is just the action of what happens. Then I click add, and it's going to apply the master marketing tag to everybody in this list, which is the trigger that automatically starts that automation we just built. So now what will happen is we just added the master marketing tag that triggered the email to go out, the text message to go out, and then it's going to wait 7 days and it's going to send them another one. So that gets everybody who's already in your contacts into this master marketing weekly email. And then anybody that you bring in from now on, if you upload a list, you just give them the master marketing tag right off the bat, and it starts the whole list on that email. That email, wait 7 days, email, wait 7 days. And if you add somebody individually, you have to add them, scroll down one at a time, and you would add the master marketing tag. As you can see here, the tags are showing up that are already attached to this person. And then right here in the middle, you can see that there's text messages that go out and emails and stuff that go out. You'll see all of those right here. So again, just to recap, when you guys are working your leads and working your business and or training your team to, everybody logs into Scalability, everybody checks their tasks. If everybody gets used to checking their tasks, they'll know, oh, I've got to follow up with this person. They click on it, it brings them to the contact profile. They can read the notes. They can see the task here on the right. They can click on the notes and read the notes for this person. Then they can call or text or email from right here in the middle by sending a text and email. If I send a text from right here, it's going to log that text right here. Obviously, it's unsuccessful. It's a demo account, remember, so nothing's connected. But you can see here the email shows up, the text shows up. So we're always able to log into this contact profile and see the customer's information, what interactions we've had back and forth. I can click over here and read the notes. I can add another note to update what I did today. Then I can click on the task and say I got that task done by checking it off. And I can set the next task with some notes, assign it to somebody, and I can pick the next due date of when I need to follow up with them and click save. It now has set the next task. So when we come back into the dashboard and check the tasks, we know exactly what to do next. This is very valuable with a team, especially to where if you ever have a team member quit or a VA ghost you and disappear, there's lots of companies that do the whole everybody gets their own email address, and everybody ends up with all of their contacts in their own email addresses and all over the place. This allows you to fully have the contact information, the emails, the text messages, the notes, and the tasks all on the contact card. So if anybody on your team ever leaves, anybody on your team can just log into the contacts and see right where you're at with every single person. So all you want to do is teach your team, log into Scalability every day that they're working, check your tasks by scrolling down, seeing what tasks you need to do and who you need to follow up with, and then going to those contacts, working from the contact card, send your text, send your email, add notes, and set the task for the next follow-up. If you do this, this will allow your entire team to really communicate between leads and make sure that nobody gets missed, and it'll clear up your thought process because you'll always know where you're at with every one of your leads, and you don't have to wonder if anything's been missed. I hope this was helpful. I hope it serves you. Dig in, spend some time learning how to do it. If you're a Scalability subscriber, remember we have Freedom Fridays every Friday at 11:30 with live Q&A where I walk you through strategy and everything else. So keep an eye on your email to get notifications and a live link to join you there. And we will see you on the inside or on the next video. Have a good one.